I think it's interesting when we can anchor things back in our own life, because our life is like, to us, it's like a story or a movie, I guess, or a series. And it's interesting that now, when I think of that, you can anchor certain things in adulthood, in childhood. Like, I remember when I was in primary school. So, things back then weren't really so glorious, as you can imagine, and it was like the 80s. And so, but I think they were slightly exceptionally more difficult for probably some of us than they were for others. And I remember that, see, we weren't really allowed to, like, we didn't have much luxuries. And we never used to get to watch many movies. And we used to watch, so my dad used to often watch Bollywood. So he'd watch probably a movie every night or every other night. This is why we picked up Urdu as kids, because we used to, that was the only thing we could do, was just, I suppose, watch that movie. Now, English movies seldom, like maybe it was Christmas time and this movie's coming on the TV, or we managed to watch a movie, but we never really were allowed, like we weren't allowed to ever get a movie that was in English. But kids at school would speak about movies. Like they would say, "Oh, have you watched this movie? Oh, I remember Die Hard came out, or these other movies, have you watched Rambo? Have you watched this?" And maybe as a one-off, we'd get to watch a movie, like an English one. Like maybe somebody would come to our house and they'd kind of watch it with, I don't know, maybe my dad's friends might bring them and they might watch it. We might watch a movie like Rambo or something. And otherwise, we never used to have that luxury. And often, what me and my my brother, so it was only a year older than me or so, and we had to go to the video shop to get these movies for my dad. And so we were just kids, but we used to go there and we had to go bring them back. So when we were there, what I would do is I used to just read. In that day and age, they used to have the old movie boxes. So I used to just read the movies and the description. And I used to like read the quotes. They used to always have like an epic quote, they would say, "Lightning never strikes twice. They were wrong," like these kind of quotes. And I would read that and I'd read the story at the back. And then I would just pretend that I've watched the movie. And so, you see, so in school, when kids would say, "Oh, have you watched this?" I'd say, "Oh, yeah, yeah, I've watched it. In this would happen and this would happen." And because I'd read all these kind of things, and this was my way of kind of socially keeping up to speed with the class or with kids, because other kids, they would have watched stuff. And it's interesting how you develop a certain mindset, I suppose, navigating through your world as a child, because I must have been, I don't know, 8 or 9 or something. And then you can see that in different ways in later on in life. Like even when I'm then learning about these books and stuff, in many ways, it's like a reflection of this younger act as a kid, doing that with like movies and learning this in order to learn, in order to, amazing, huh? How life, how it kind of just, how things are sequenced and patterns, where they emerge and what chapter is connected to what chapter. Allah.